it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
This is the 5-minute full body stretch. We're going to do 14 stretches, 20 seconds each, starting at our head, working our way down to our toes. Are you ready? Let's begin. So just gently pull one ear towards your shoulder. We're going to stretch both sides of the neck to start. So again, deep breaths, 20 seconds for each stretch. Gently pulling. You want to feel a gentle stretch. About 5 more seconds, then we're going to switch sides. We're going to stretch literally from the top to the bottom, working our way down, and switch. Other hand, dropping that ear towards your shoulder. Relax your whole body. This is a great 5 minutes to do at the end of a workout. You're relaxing, deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, great job. Now let's just pull across, gently pulling that shoulder, stretching. A lot of people have tight shoulders. Nice deep breaths. 20 seconds is a great amount of time. Just a nice, simple stretch. Working out that tension. 3, 2, perfect. Switch arms. Again, deep breaths. Maybe you did a max workout. Maybe you're on the tread climber. Or just at the end of the day, just to unwind. Stress-free. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to stretch our chest. Interlace your fingertips behind your head. Just pull those elbows back, opening up the front of the body. Perfect. Great stretch. You'll really feel it. Pull those elbows back towards the wall behind you. Great job. Deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're just going to rotate. Low back stretch. Let's just turn this way, stretching the lower back. Deep breaths. A lot of tension people keep in their lower backs. Once again, nice, slow, deep breaths as you do these. Breathe into the stretch. And excellent. Rotate the other way. Nice. you will feel completely relaxed. 5 minutes is a great amount of time to take at the end of a workout, at the end of your day, stretching, releasing all that tension. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take some balance. You can hold on to something. Let's stretch our glutes, cross one leg over and just sit back. If you have a chair or a wall, if you need to hold on to that, that's fine. Really tight glutes people get from sitting all day long. It's either from inactivity or activity. Excellent. And let's switch sides now. Once again, this takes a little bit of balance. If you don't have that, please hold on to something. Really opening up those hips. Nice deep breaths. Don't hold your breath. Breathe into the stretch. You'll get it a little deeper and you'll relax that much more. From here, we're going to stretch the front of our quad. So grab a toe, bend the supporting leg a little bit, and just stretch the front. You can hold on to something if you want. Push your hips forward. You'll feel that stretch a little bit more in the front of your thigh. Hold that, a couple more seconds. Again, they're balancing. You can hold onto something at home. And switch legs. Great job. It's not complicated. You just want to do it. You want to warm up. You want to do your exercise. You want to cool down. You want to stretch. Our muscles get tight, again, from inactivity as well as activity. Simple stretches can help relieve that. Now let's go nice and wide and get the hamstrings. Lean into one leg. Great job. They have great flexibility. You at home, you might not be as low. That's okay. She has phenomenal flexibility. Deep breaths. From here, we're going to take it right to the middle. Ready? And just, you got it. Right into the middle. Hold that. Deep breaths. 10 more seconds here. And take it to the other side. Final stretch. And then we're going to spend the last 20 seconds just nice deep breaths. You have about 10 more seconds. Hold. Breathe. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. And now let's just send the last 20 seconds. Nice deep breath. Arms over the head. And give me a couple of those. And exhale. Inhale. Perfect. And exhale. And give me one more, final one. And exhale. And there you have it, the 5-minute full bodies.
Hey there, and thanks for gifting yourself these next few minutes. It's important to remember that you're a priority, and allowing yourself even just a few short minutes of intentional reflection can really have a positive impact on the rest of your day. So let's use these next few minutes to come back to center and set an intention for the rest of your day. Move into a comfortable position, whether you're seated at your desk at work or laying on the couch at home, and gently close your eyes and shift all of your attention onto your breathing, taking slower, deeper breaths than you've taken all day so far. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly letting it out through your mouth. And continuing to breathe that way, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. Tune into your body, noticing how it feels. Noticing if there's anything that it's trying to tell you. Notice any place of tension or tightness in your body. And give those areas permission to relax, sending love into those areas. Thank your body for taking such good care of you, and let it know that it's okay to rest and relax for these next few minutes. You may notice that your mind starts to wander off. That's okay. That's natural. Just notice it and bring your attention back to your body, using your breath as your anchor. Try to picture one thing that's happened today that's made you smile, or made you thankful or appreciative. And just let that feeling fill you up for a moment. Breathe that feeling in from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And allow yourself to smile if that feels natural. Now focus on something that you can do today, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, that will allow you to continue feeling this way. It could be something as small as deciding to go to bed early tonight so that you have time to finally read that book that's been on your bedside table. Or the joy of getting dinner with a close friend. What's one little thing you can plan for your day to bring that intentional joy to it? Now just focus on that for a few minutes. Sit in that feeling of joy and peace. Now let's take a few more deep breaths together. A deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, and everything contract back in as you exhale. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before it, holding that breath for a beat, and exhaling everything out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that breath through your entire body. And exhale it out. And in your own time, slowly bring your awareness back to where you are. And thank yourself for taking these few minutes to just be intentional and kind to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day.
Amazing morning.
Amazing morning.
Amazing morning.
Okay. It's our Sunday. It's our Sunday morning, and first order of the day, let's take a selfie. Come on your camera, turn on your camera. And let's take a selfie. Here's our first one. Good morning.
Morning.
And our second panel, dumadami na tayo. Second panel, morning. Last Friday, Marge asked the question, do we meet on Sundays? And I said, you'll find out the answer because I have two things that I wanted to share with you. Number one, if you haven't found out yet, the 5 a.m. Club is a book that was written by Robin Sharma. And what Robin Sharma says about waking up on Sundays is this. You can write this down as a quotation from Robin Sharma. He says, part-time commitment yields part-time results. Part-time commitment yields part-time results. Okay, so that's answer number one. And yet, I also have answer number two to the question, do we meet on Sundays? So answer number 2 is a video that I'll be sharing with you. And after the video, we'll have some reflection questions. And then I give you options. How many of you received the email from Belle, from Edwin? Did you receive the email? Okay. So in the email, it describes that you have the option. So what we're doing here in 5 a.m. Club for Sundays is we're giving you the space to either join on a Sunday morning, or if you feel that what you need more is to rest, then you have that option. Okay, is that clear? Can I see a thumbs up? Okay, so essentially the answer is it's your choice. Okay, and maybe the video that's coming up might be able to help you. Before I give you the video, can I ask, kumbaga, I'm going to ask you for a reflection question that would be good for you. Okay? Can I ask you to write down? I'm going to ask you to write down a question that is good for you on a Sunday. Go ahead, take some time to write down a question that's good for you. A reflection question that's good for you today. And some of you have written, by the way, just the question this time, yung answer can come later on. If you have that question, go ahead, go to the chat box and share that question. Question that's good for you on a Sunday reflection. Okay, keep them coming. I just want to get this out of the way. Thirty more seconds. Beautiful questions. Okay. Okay, beautiful questions. And for now, we'll put those questions aside. The only question that you want for yourself is the one that you wrote yourself. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to watch. Okay. Can you imagine on a Sunday? Hi everybody. Can you wave at the camera? Just wanted to check that you're there. Okay. So can you imagine going to a park on a Sunday and then you see the sun and the trees and the birds chirping and there's maybe a light breeze and you see different people walking around and maybe you're with yourself, maybe you're with your dog or your cat, or maybe you have a companion nearby and yet you're both respecting each other's space. That's what it's going to be like after this video. I'm no longer going to speak after the video. That's why I'm setting things, everything else all up. Okay, I'm setting things up. So after the video, the questions are, what's been your default attitude towards rest? Okay, your default mindset towards rest. You know what? Because we're here na anyway, so let's answer that question now. Okay, what's been your default attitude or your default mindset towards rest? Okay, I'll give you 1.5 minutes for that. My default mindset or attitude towards rest, and go. Okay, everybody, can you show your journal on screen? There you go. Okay. Okay, so after the video, in a while, Joy is going to show you a video. After the video, we're open space. Okay, after the video, there's a journaling question for you. It's been sent out to you already. Based on the video, what are you learning? What's going to be different? Okay, and then it's going to be an open space for the rest of the remaining hour. The Zoom call will be open. We'll be playing instrumental music for you. You can journal. And then if you feel like you want to share with one of your triad mates or two, you can chat. And yet, you might want to consider giving that person his or her space as well. So it's like in a park na We're giving each other space. At kung nagkasalubong, pwede naman magkwentuhan ng konti. It's up to you. It's all your choice. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're good. We're going to watch a video, and then we're going to journal, and then it's an open space. Okay, so for most of you, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, enjoy the video.
The number 7 is a big deal in the Bible.
Yeah, in biblical Hebrew, the word 7 is connected to the idea of fullness or completeness.
And that's something we all long for, but don't often experience. Instead, we find ourselves working endlessly, fighting back chaos with no real rest.
Yes. Now keep all that in mind as we turn to Genesis 1 in the Bible. It begins with darkness and disorder, but then God speaks to bring about light and order so that life can flourish.
And this happens over the course of 6 days.
Each day is marked with the phrase, there was evening and there was morning. But on the 7th day, something special happens.
God stops and rests.
Right. Creation is brought to its completion on the 7th day. And that phrase, there was evening and there was morning, it doesn't appear on day 7.
It's like a day with no end.
On the 7th day, God's presence fills his creation. The land provides for all of God's creatures, including humans, who are appointed to rule the world with God forever.
Kings and queens of the 7th day rest. I can get into that.
But the humans are deceived by a dark power, and they forfeit that rest. They're exiled into the wilderness, where they have to work as slaves to the land.
Until they die and return to the dust from which they came.
But God wants to restore humanity back to that 7th day rest. So he chooses to give the family of Israel that experience of ultimate rest so they can share it with others.
But how? They're in Egypt, slaves to an oppressive empire who's grinding them into the dust.
So God confronts Egypt and he liberates the Israelites, taking them through the darkness and chaos on the way to the promised land.
Now, while they're on their way, they find themselves in the wilderness. It's easy to get lost. Life is a struggle. They're not in the land of rest yet.
But while they're on the way, God invites them in the wilderness to start living as if they're in the promised land.
But how do you practice the future rest in the wilderness?
Well, God tells them that every 7th day they are to stop their work, or in Hebrew, to Shabbat, so that they can rest and enjoy God's good world.
So take a whole day to live as if the ultimate rest has already come.
Yeah, this is the Sabbath, celebrated every week on the 7th day. But there's more. The Sabbath is just one of 7 festivals that Israel practiced every year, each one anticipating that 7th day rest.
That is a lot of 7s.
And there's even more. Every 7 years, the Israelites were to liberate slaves, forgive debts, and let the land rest for a whole year. And then, every 7 times 7 years was the ultimate 7th day rest, called the Year of Jubilee. If anyone had lost their land or gone into debt, all was forgiven, everything restored.
Wow, so the Sabbath, these feasts, the Year of Jubilee, it's all pointing towards the hope of future rest.
Right. Now, when the Israelites went into the land, they forgot their God, and so they forfeited their chance for rest in the promised land.
They're exiled and enslaved again by an oppressive nation, led back into a world of chaos and disorder.
But Israel's prophets said that their exile would end one day, and that the ultimate jubilee of freedom and rest would come, but generations go by, and they're still waiting.
It's at this dark point in the story that Jesus appears, and he launches his public mission on a Sabbath day.
Yeah, he read aloud from the scroll of Isaiah, saying that it was time for all captives and slaves to be released because this was the year of the Lord's favor.
What did he mean, this is the year of the Lord's favor?
He was talking about the ultimate jubilee.
Also, Jesus is claiming that 7th day rest would come through him.
Right, he said that he was the Lord of the Sabbath, and he confronted disorder and darkness in all of its forms, liberating people from sickness, sin, even from death itself.
Yet, Jesus was killed, so even his work was undone.
Well, it seemed that way. But notice, Jesus timed his death to take place at the end of the week. His body rested in a tomb during the Sabbath, and on the 8th day, he rose from the dead.
Oh wait, the 8th day? You mean the first day of a new week?
Exactly. Jesus' resurrection was like the first day of a new creation, where God's light and life broke into the darkness.
So because of the resurrection, we have hope in God's promise of future rest. But we're not there yet. It's like we're still in the wilderness, where we experience struggle and pain.
But as we journey towards that ultimate seventh day, Jesus invites us to experience a taste of real rest now by following him. Or in his words, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest."